We are officially well and truly in 2019 right now, and a new year means new movies and a new list of movies I'm most excited about. As always, my list is less about the big, hyped up blockbusters, even though there are a few of those, and more about the actual creators behind the films. I do try to pick movies that are incredibly likely to be great, and I do actually have a pretty good track record lately at picking these, if I can say so myself. A lot of these films don't have trailers and barely have any actual information about them, but that's totally fine because, as we know, trailers lie, and you should never, ever trust them. The only rule I have for this list is that none of these projects can have premiered anywhere, meaning I have no indication of whether they're good or not and can't cheat. So, with that out of the way, let's do this. This year, I wanted to get my list down to 10 entries, but of course I have no self-control, so here's 3 you need to know about anyway. Todd Phillips' untitled Joker movie, which is going to see the legendary Joaquin Phoenix take on the iconic role. I couldn't care less about the actual film at this stage, and I personally hate when the Joker has an origin story, but you would have to be mad to not be at least slightly interested in what Joaquin Phoenix is going to do with this role. The second film that just missed the cut is the sci-fi epic Ad Astra, directed by James Gray and starring Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones, Ruth Negga, and Donald Sutherland, with cinematography by the incredible Hoyt van Hoytema, who most recently did Dunkirk, also did Interstellar, Her, and Spectre. Just a big deal whenever this guy works, so you want to be there for that. And while I'm not totally confident in this film being great, based on James Gray's recent run, you know, it's probably going to be. Finally, the director of some of the best music videos of the decade, including Childish Gambino's This Is America, is finally making his feature-length debut with the secret project Guava Island, which stars Gambino, or Donald Glover, whatever he goes by, and Rihanna, who I think, like, based on the bootleg trailer I saw on YouTube, actually looks really good in this. Just keep your eye out for it. Whew, okay, main list, game on. Following up the incredible good time from 2017, the Safdie brothers are back with a new crime drama starring, would you believe it, Adam Sandler, as well as Lakeith Stanfield, Idina Menzel, and The Weeknd. This is one where I obviously hope just on all fronts that it's a success, but especially for Adam Sandler, who seems to be gunning for making a comeback as the dramatic actor we all know he can be. And of course, just like, if this thing is even half as entertaining and unique as Good Time, then it'll be totally worth the hype. This one kind of goes without saying. I love the last 2 movies, and with the entire Chapter 2 team coming back to capture more ass-kicking, pencil-stabbing Keanu Reeves action as he fights his way out of New York with every assassin in the city coming after him, then boy are we in for a wild ride! Look, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan by any means, but this is the one I've been waiting for. Infinity War was pitched as the peak of the MCU, but nah guys, this is it. There's no easy ways out, there's no going back. As far as we know, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, this is their last one. People are gonna die, people are gonna leave for good. This thing has a sense of finality and permanence and consequence to it that I've just been craving from these movies for so long. And seeing how these heroes that I have adored for 10 years either make it out of this one or not, that's something that I just can't help but be excited for. Jack Reynor, Florence Pugh, and Will Poulter star in this new horror film about a young couple that take a trip to visit a friend in Sweden, and that's all fine and fun to start with, but you throw in a pagan cult, and sooner or later shit is gonna get out of control. Aster, from all that I've seen from him, really does seem like an up-and-coming horror master, so there is an incredibly high chance that he and the rest of the Hereditary team are just gonna knock this one out of the park. I screwed up and put this on the list last year, not realizing that it had been moved to 2019, but how could the most expensive movie of Martin Scorsese's career not be on here again? He's bringing back the Godfather Goodfellas gang here, teaming up with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and an out-of-retirement Joe Pesci to deliver a crime drama from the writer of Schindler's List. Only a crazy person wouldn't be hyped for this. I had no idea that the director of American Beauty and Skyfall was back this year. So now that I do know, he's got a spot right near the top. Why? Well, aside from his solid track record and the fact that I just love the style and tone of his films, this is a World War I drama that producer Steven Spielberg has described as hugely daring and ambitious, so this could well be Mendes's Saving Private Ryan or Dunkirk level swing at a period war film, and based on the young cast he has together already, you gotta be here for that. Rian Johnson might seemingly be the most hated director in the world right now, but only a fool wouldn't be excited for this new project. Even if you hate The Last Jedi, you gotta remember that this is the guy who made Brick and Looper and is responsible for directing the best episode of Breaking Bad, making it one of the best episodes of TV ever. The fact that just about everyone in Hollywood lined up to do this original crime drama, including Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Lakeith Stanfield, Michael Shannon, Ana de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, Toni Collette, and Christopher Plummer, well, that should kind of tell you that this is gonna be a big deal. I completely forgot about this one and only just remembered last minute, but how's this? Noah Hawley, the madman mastermind behind the Fargo and Legion TV series, is making his directorial debut with a sci-fi drama starring Natalie Portman as an astronaut who slowly starts to lose her shit after returning to Earth. It seems like the entire Legion team has carried over, including the amazing Dan Stevens, as well as John Hamm, Zazie Beetz, and Ellen Burstyn. So yeah, if you're a fan of Hawley's TV work, and you should be because it's phenomenal, there's pretty much no doubt that this won't be phenomenal too. Surely this one just goes without saying. It's new Tarantino, DiCaprio is back, and as the last true movie star in the world, you bet your ass you'll be there. Leo is teaming up with Brad Pitt, they're finally sharing the screen together, that's exciting. We've got Margot Robbie, we've got Damian Lewis, we've got Al Pacino, and we've got so many others it'd be rude to spoil it. Seeing DiCaprio play a struggling actor in 1960s Hollywood, and knowing he's gonna get caught up in some crazy shit, well, that folks, that's something we're all gonna see. I don't think it's a surprise at this stage, so number one, here it is. How could it not be this? Hear me out. Episode 9 is coming off the back of the most discussed, dissected, loved, and hated movie I have ever seen in my lifetime. And it's one that ended at a point that said, hey, anything is possible next, and there is no use trying to predict it. That feeling of being in the complete unknown, especially in a Star Wars film, is utterly priceless to me, and considering that J.J. Abrams is without a doubt one of the most kinetic and exciting blockbuster directors of the modern era, just the thought of him applying that to an original and climactic end to this trilogy, it's just, I cannot wait to see what this cast and crew can do with this. Neither The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi seem to work for everyone, and that's fine. But I honestly think that Episode 9 is gonna be the one that we can all agree on, because hopefully it's great. And based on everything we know right now, I can't see myself not loving whatever this end result is. Alright everyone, that is my list for 2019. I do apologize for putting Star Wars at number 1, but I would be lying to say that anything else is in that spot for me. That is 100% the movie I am most excited for this year, and now I want to know what you guys are most excited for in 2019. I know I'm a bit late with this, so some of the movies you were most excited for might be out already. There's also a high chance that I am going to know pretty much every movie you guys bring up, because I worked down from like a short list of like 100 movies, so I am pretty aware of most things coming out this year. But hopefully you guys can surprise me with stuff I haven't heard of. Anyway, I do just want to hear your list. I want to get you guys down there sharing movies that you were excited about. That's what this is all about. So let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more videos from this channel, be sure to subscribe to Breaking Banter down there somewhere, as well as my other channel, Loverboy Media, over there. You can follow me on Twitter at Loverboy Media and on Instagram at Breaking Banter. And if you want to help support this channel in just the most ultimate beautiful way, you can support us on Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone everyone who is doing that already. I was really excited about launching these new rewards, including exclusive audio reviews on there starting in 2019. Just to say thank you for supporting this channel in that way, because it's so beautiful to me and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2019 and I will see you guys in the next video.